Hello. Hello. Sorry, apparently it's set up a new live producer and it wants me to do all my details and I refuse to, so it spat its dummy out. So, good afternoon. Oh, I'm so tired, but never mind. You don't want to hear that rubbish. Alexa, lower. Alexa, level 1, please. Alexa, off. Thank you. Let's have a bit of quiet. Okay. How is everybody? How is everybody? Have you missed me? Well, today I got up at 6. I got on very late yesterday, detour. Didn't get on well 4. Set off at 9. And got in and I had to set up some sort of like a few meetings, but then I had to have a few meetings with my lovely DT, and then I had to go out shopping and then got back, had tea, was in bed and got up at 6 doing all my moodling for my next collection. So I've done all the washing and now I've done all the bedding on a boil wash. So I feel feels like the middle of the day for me. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up. Went to Home Bargains yesterday on the way home because I was that tired. I thought I'm going to have to wake up. So, I'm missing one. In fact, I'm missing 2. I got these from Home Bargains and they're the Uniball variety pack, right? And I got the it's in the other room, but it's a proper drawing pen. Let me see if I've got one that I do use in here. I don't think I have. Let me get it for you because it's worth seeing. Oh dear, what can the matter be? I can't get out. Got my legs. Get out. Right. Where's your pen? Right, I don't know where my pens are. I've put them down safe to show you and I can't find them. Anyway, it's got like a Uniball Drawing Pen. Oh, here they are. Got them. Right, so it's got these. Okay, and it's got, which one is it? I think it's that one. No, it's that one. So are you ready for this? Okay. You get, that's right. You get a Uniball 0.7, okay, and you get a Uniball 3 gel inks, which are really good to write with. I love writing with these and drawing with them. So you get 3 of them. You get a Uniball, which is what I draw with all the time, and then you get 3 Signo Uniball. I've got a glitter, a pink and a blue, okay, so all that in there. £1.99. £1.99. Look at that. Got all that in there. £1.99. Variety pack. I would definitely go and get it. Fine and medium roller balls, liquid ink and gel ink. Bought separately it would cost £17.99. Whether that's true I don't know. But then I went, oh yeah, come on now, don't be daft. Right, and then a bit further up they had them glitter doodles 10, okay, by Zebra, good make, and they're all like glitter. Remember I was telling you I got some from Aldi, I got one from Asda, and they had these like glitter colours in them. Well, these are the same, got glitter in them. See glitter? absolutely packed with glitter. How much? £2.99. £2.99 for them. 10 for £3. And then £2. So £5 I got all those, and the really good quality pens. It's not like you've got a tacky one and a good one. You've got Uniball, which I use permanently, as you know. And then, because I draw with these all the time, don't I? You see me with these. And that's a micro, which is even harder to find. They're about £4 a piece. And then there's other ones, so I thought I'd give you them. Please don't ask me to get them yet, because I don't want to promise anybody and then let them down. I've done that before and I don't want to do it again. So, right, okie dokie. Are you ready to moodle? Right, I'm quite in awe of, right, how do I do this now? How do you get your end down? Oh, it's a twisty one. I bought these as well, 10 of these for £1. Thought that was good. Papermate, sign writer, sharp writer. 2. I think they were 7.7. Low breakage, I know that because I'm always breaking them. 07, yeah, 07 medium point. So, and it twisted down there. Right, okay. So yeah. So I went out and bought new pencil because I needed them. I still got my old pencils. I bought them from there as well. They're the thick ones from Papermate 1.3. They're quite chunkier then. So yeah, got my kneadable rubber. I'm very empowered by what I'm seeing. Very empowered. Absolutely stunning work. Stunning work. I thought we could do something, maybe. Should we do something a little bit challenging? Now we've got two options. We could do, I quite like a lily, a water lily, you know, like a lotus or a cherry blossom. I was thinking we could do a few like water lilies, lotus flowers, because you have great big leaves and wonderful sort of fat flowers, and we could do a few of them. I can't see any comments, so here we go. Hello. Hi Kim. Hi Jane. Hi Sylvia. Hi Denise. Hi Linda. Hi Emma. Hi Sue. Hi Evelyn. Hi Susan. Hi Kath. Hi Philippa. Hi Linda. Hi Karen. Yeah, so thank you so much for your emails. I had a little tear after my shows as well. Thank you so much, because it meant a lot. It really did mean a lot, because it was quite a daunting task after all the rubbish. So I thought, what about I like water lilies, you see, because then you can add colour. So I think we could do water lilies. I'm going to go for it anyway. Because water lilies, you can do like the leaves as well, which are fantastic, and you can sit them on. So we'll do the flower first. Or shall I? I'm a bit concerned that see, I quite like the cherry blossom. I know. I put another one aside that I did for you. Let's go. Should we go for the hibiscus? Tricky, but I know you can do it. It's tricky. Tricky. But it isn't really. It's like everything. It's how much you put into it. We'll do a couple of them. Okay, are you ready? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw an ellipse. Okay? So that's like a flattened circle if you think you've gone like that. Okay? And we'll do a couple, but we'll just do the first one. You'll have to excuse my fingers because they're really sore at the moment. And then it's like a trumpet, yeah? So Just bear with me 1 minute, guys. I'm getting messages from everybody. Just it's from a Chanda, so excuse me 1 minute. They want to know about my show. Right, so we got that. Are we all right with that? Yeah? Okay. So what we can do is we can do a few. So get that one done, and then what we can do is draw another one there and another one there. Do you get me? So don't do that yet. Just fit with this one. So let's see. Now, we know what we do, don't we? We do our... Now, remember? We do a circle. Now, this is tiny weenie. You don't even see it. But really, that's not... That's better now because it has to be. You know, if you think it's got to be there, don't do that with us. Right. Blue tack's pretty good for that as well. Right, so we just do that. And remember, 12, 3, 6, 9. Oh, that's a bit iffy. Doesn't matter though. Right. So there and there. Still the same rule. Still the same rule. The fact that I'm a bit out doesn't matter. Okay? But this is where it's slightly different because we're going to go in between, okay? And we're going to overlap. A hibiscus has flowers that overlap, the petals overlap like that. So one overlaps the other and then the next one. So when they open, they sort of open like that, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you. Lily pads. I like parties as well. But I'm going to do this first. So so the first thing is I'm going to draw, and they're really round. Okay, so really round like that. Next one is going to fill in to about here. Got it? Looks really crap, I know. This one, right, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because this one's going to be right in the front at us. So this is going to be like that. So let me do it again. So the first one is round like that. The second one is round like that. And the third one is round like that. Remember, you do every leaf and petal as it is. Don't try and just do a bump on it. So here, I think it needs to be a bit rounder there, like that. Maybe a bit rounder there. So those two are looking quite similar. And then this one is like a donut, like a nice bun. Right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to master this one first, and then we can start adding all the details. So don't forget, it's got this like bell shape here, and it has a little thing. So that goes there. So what I'm going to do is do some drawing on it. God, we suddenly dropped down in numbers. What's going on? Right, so I'm going to draw first, which is not something I normally do, but I am going to. So I'm going to draw so you can see where it's overlapping and where it isn't. So the first one that overlaps is this one, and it draws like that, and stopping it there. This one overlaps there, and it drops there, and it doesn't go under there. This one goes over all of them, like that. This one there like that, and then the very back one like that. So let's rub it out. Let's rub it out. There we go. See it? Well, you can't not, can you? So there you go. So we've got our shape. Put your shape back in your trumpet. Now it does start to change here. So my advice is sometimes it would be easier if you don't actually do that. But what we're going to do is put a smiley face there. Okay? Now, you probably would be easier if you join them up with them. But that's just me being a bit, you know, boring. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the knobbly bit in it. So like that. Okay, coming from the middle. Trumpet has to line up with this. Let me put this in now. So if we was to put a line, it's coming down there. Okay. So that's a basic shape, but we would put a wiggle on the line. I'm just doing it quite simple for you now, just to so you can show. But we'll do it with the joining with the lines that we do. And then what we're going to do is just bring this down here. We're going to put a, sorry, I should do it with a pencil, a little line like that, then one like that, bring it down, one like that. So it's sort of like that. Bring it right in. Right, I'll go over in pen so you can see. Okay. I've drawn a couple of lines, but that's to give it a bit of definition. So, okay, so we've got that. So we've got our basic shape, and we can put in some just small wiggles, not big. Don't go mad with them like that. Just small. Yeah, because what we don't want to lose is the shape. So the wiggles on it we'll put in with shading our dots. We don't really need to do much. What we'll do is once we've got this shape down pat, we'll go on to a wigglier one, which really will help us, and then really get it so it's got less sort of cartoony features. So we've done that, and then this is quite a simple one actually. So we've got to remember where the lines go. So the lines move in this way. So if I just, and I'm using a number 1. So where the dots are, I'm just going to put the dots in just to give it a bit of, see, only a tiny bit. And remember I was saying the other day about bringing the lines down so that it allows you to see where it's coming down from and shading. So we go around the edges like this. And if I hold it up a bit for you, you can sort of just see, just giving it, I'm going to move more from this side up then. So remember, just to give you an idea, it goes, okay, I'll do it again here. So it'd be from the centre. So that would be, and that would be, remember I said when you're doing it, you'd be like that. Don't try and do this because you end up like you can't fit it in. So it's the shape, the middle, because the always is going to look at you that way, and you can put as many as you want in then, and then you know that way, that way, that way, that way. So these are a little trick that I used to show kids. And here, straight to here, that's where you really get to see it. Yeah, straight down. Okay, then here, this is got might look a little bit harder because it's got like a it's all coming from one spot, but if you get it like that, and then if I do this one, get it? So I've put some lines in for you to follow. I'm just going to put some dots in now. It's quite, like I said, it's quite a simple one, this. It's very warm here. I didn't get any sleep last night. Couldn't sleep. It was that warm. Oh, I'm not a lover of the warm. Because I get a little bit frustrated because I've got my own central heating system at the moment. But I love it. Don't get me wrong. I won't moan. Don't want to moan about it, and I wouldn't. But it's very it's hard work when you don't know whether it's your own personal summer or summer outside. So I'm just adding a few dots here, and then I'm just going to put in a few lines now, not a lot, and I'm using a one just to see what it looks like, and then I'll rub it out. There we go, it's quite fine, so I can put some more in. And it helps the movement. And then I'll bring a couple up from here. See where I've done the little divots? You can make them look like they're coming up towards you. Right. Now in here it's going to be quite dark. So I'm going to do it first with lines. Like that. And then it's important that you put the dots in as well. And the reason I'm putting the dots in as well is it's not as harsh as the lines. So just do that. So just keep putting them in, putting them in, putting them in. Like that. A few more. And then bring it out. Now where I've done these lines, I'm going to just pull out a few of the lines that I've done and put dots in them just to just put a few lines on that as well. It's going to be a little bit darker down there. There we go, feel a bit better now with that one, absolutely. So now just pulling that one out with my dots, and it's definitely going to be darker there because that is behind. There we go. And the reason I've used a number one is so that it's not too heavy, because it is quite a light flower. It's not sort of reliant on its markings, it's reliant on its colour and size. There we go, you can just start to see it building up. Now I've got a bit of a line there, so I'm just going to put like a return, like it's bubbled over. So whichever way you feel more comfortable, I prefer to have it towards me like this. And then anyway, it's been great. Been at a Chanda at the craft store, did another love story. and it was nice. It was yeah, I was doing some little old techniques, but I think when it comes down to it, the old ones are really good because we forget them, don't we? Forget that we've got them, and it's like, you know, they've been popular for years, so let's get them back out. That's what I think anyway. So we've got some lines here, sort of falling this way and that way. It's starting to look a little bit better now. So I can add lines as I'm going. Because the number 1 is really fine. It's not overpowering it. And I'll keep saying about these workshops, but I have got them in mind. But I've got to do my I've got to do my website as well. I keep just saying this, but I'll get there. I just don't got enough hours in the day. Constantly working. I think I work harder now than I did when I was teaching. And I worked hard then, believe you me. But it's different when you work for yourself, I think, isn't it? Because you've only got you to blame. Can't have a sick day anyway. So, just got all my bed linen in. Oh, I've told you. And my shower curtains and all the stuff out of the bathroom. And all the I only have white stuff, so I boil it all. So that's all in now. Hopefully, it'll all be done and dusted. It says 4 o'clock rain, 50-50. So hopefully I'll have it in by then. So we've got our hibiscus do, right? So now we come to this bobbly bit up here. Now it's got little hairs, but they're not hairs, they're like lines, right? And they're like, they come, I think, I was going to, oh, Anthony Brooks from the craft store has got these amazing rose flowers, and I've asked him, and he said, yeah, we can draw them, which would be amazing, that'd be so cool. So yeah, he's got foxgloves and everything. So you put 4, how many? 6, 7, I don't know, I think there's only 5. I've put a few too many. You put like a load on there like that, and then you come down to this, and then the tiny little bobbles on the end of the like hair things, different size lengths of the hairs. And there's a bit of a gap there actually. So that's that, and then I'm just going to put in a little bit of shading, and by putting some dots in there. Okay, I'm going to put some dots down here where it would be dark, and then so I'm concentrating more on one side. Got my little lines on. And then down here as well. And if you've got a line where it shouldn't be, just put a few dots, because it just looks like it's meant to be then. So a few dots down here. Like that. So how simple was that? How simple was that? So shall we try another one facing this way, eh? We've got one here done. So we've got one here. Oh, we could have one this way. Let's try one this way. So we've got a bunch. Okay, so Okay. So let's get our petals in. So what I've done is I've done an ellipse this way. I've drawn our mainstay on with our bobbles on, so you know we're not going to be worried about going over lines or anything. And then what I'm going to do is put some wavier lines on this one just to show you that it still works the same, but we can add some more shape and definition to these lines. So it's definitely 5 petals on these, so when we're looking at them it's going to be slightly different. So this one really will be here, so let's go for it. One. Right, see here? I've done something wrong there. Don't go outside the box because this is further away. Okay. Get it? So I'll do it again. So that one would be over that. So in essence, this one is more like that one there. Sort of roundish. So let me go on with my pen just to show you. So here we're going to go a bit more. There we go. So then it'll be more there. Put our see already I'm getting more familiar with the plant. So less nervous about what I do. More familiar. So we've got, let me rub it out now, a softer one now. Can you see? It's much softer. Not put the trumpet on, but you know where it's going to go, so I'll just put it in now. Let me put it in with pencil first. So I'm just, right, remember that that's got to go there, so it's got to be about there. So if I look at my little trumpety thing, I'm going to go about there. That's it. So then we look at the way all this is. So this would come that way. Then these would come, let me show you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just put the I'm putting the lines now, just near the smiley face, and you know, changing the width and definition and that according to the darkness of how I want it and the shape where it's going. So I've gone pretty dark there, pretty dark there, and I'm going to go pretty dark behind it. And then this time really go in with my pen. And I'm seeing now a softness that isn't in that one, that's more rounded. This has got softer already, it's a softer feel to it. And where there's a little divot, I'm going to put some lines. So when it curls down, let me just show you. So here, I'm just going to go from there Here's a great one to show you. So anywhere there's a little bobble, you go in with it. And I only put those pencil lines in just to give you an idea of movement. So let's get rid of them. See how much softer that looks than that? But I can go back in, don't get me wrong, and I can put some dots around the edges, but it's just once you get familiar with how the shape looks, you see, I don't think that looks great, that one, and I'm going to just put a little bit round here. Let me just see if it looks right. Yeah, what I'm going to do, show you what I mean, is I'm going to put a return on it. So I'm going to put like it's lifted up because it looks too stood up for me. So I'm going to do it like it's, there we go, like it's folded out. It's still not right though. I'm not happy with that, but it's sort of trying to make the best out of something. But you get the idea. You're not going to get everything perfect. Well, I don't anyway. Never have done. So put your lines in. I don't even know what time it is. We've done a lot. We're getting really quick at this. I wanted to show you like a little thing that we could do, because I know people are saying to me that they like to do the repetitive, stuff, and I thought there's a way of doing that which I can show you now, and it looks really cool. So I'm going to leave that pretty much like that, but then I'm going to draw. I mean, is that too big? That's not big enough. Let's go for like that. Okay, I might turn that round, actually it'd be easier. So here, got that. Oh, excuse me, snorting. Right, see that? So I've got my 4 in. It would be 5. You could put some more small ones there if you wish. So remember, smiley face where you're going to have them. Point in different directions. You don't have to be all the same with this. And then just put in your just remember that one rule. If you keep it at 12, 3, 6, 9, you know where you stand every time. So you can just put hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to split one of these, put another one up there. Oh, I know what I've done. I've done it on the wrong one, haven't I? Right, so it's there we go. If you keep to the circle that you've drawn, you'll get. I know this is going on a bit, but I would advise you to just watch this back later on, and you'll get the idea of it. And then this is like a repetitive pattern that you can then put in that we've already done with our things. So so I could put the line in like that, and then do it quick without any explanation, but you sort of, and it might get to the point where they start not looking like an hibiscus, and that's when you've got to sort of think, right, okay, go back to the drawing board and right. But I quite like that because I think personally you're getting less and less like a perfect drawing and more like your own version, and I prefer that. So let's rub out those big lines that we've got, and then so we've got our hibiscus in place. So now what we could do is just put in smaller shapes. So could be just where we do daisies. So we're making a repetitive pattern with the same shapes, flowers, but now we're going to make it sort of um, more decorative and more like how we want it, rather than it looking like a flower. We're just going to do a repeat pattern that you could end up being like a nice little colourful um, colouring page or something like that. But it's a way of building on what we've already done so far, changing the shapes of the leaves as you use them and the petals. So, you know, they might resemble it, but they don't, it's not a photograph of it. I think I always prefer that. I always think it's better because you're not putting too much pressure on yourself to make it look like a glowing photograph, which is incredibly difficult. I mean, unless you're a portrait painter of the year, you know, I wouldn't touch a portrait, but that's just me because I'm not comfortable drawing them. I just think, why would you make yourself draw something that you're not comfortable drawing? Just go with something that you're happier drawing. Make something more appealing that way. Because unless you've really, really sort of practiced for ages and ages and ages, you know, it is really difficult to draw um, portraits, hands, faces, um, feet, another one. Really difficult to sort of get right. So here I'm just going ahead and putting on the key elements, well, not the familiar key elements that you can just, looks like it's going to throw it down. I might have to run and get my washing in. So this is like the characteristics of hibiscus with these tall um, things coming out, male or female, and you can put some little things here and then just put some like leaves following, so you can fill up the pattern of leaves like that. I think that is really, it's starting to get really pretty, especially when you start to put some colour on it. So, you know, like that, where you've got some nice little, and then you can put your shading on and your dots. I'm really rushing that now because I'm very conscious of my washing. So yeah, so we've done an hibiscus, we've done a repetitive pattern. That looks really rubbish at the moment because we've not got any detail. We've done a softer version, and if you remember, whether it's that way, squashed, round or anything, just remember the rule, my rule anyway, of putting it in a clock like that, and then that way you can fit them in. Now it looks like it's going to throw it down, so I'm going to disappear now. I know it's only a short one, but I will be back hopefully tomorrow. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday today? Thursday. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow with a really, really, really exciting Moodle for you. It's all planned. So I'll love you and leave you now. So I'll speak to you tomorrow, and thanks for your support. Let me get it right. Yeah, you got it right. And I really think the world of you, and can't wait to see what your hibiscus is like. And yeah, get to own bargains. Take care. Bye.